It's Payday Friday, but before we get to that paycheck, yes, I did change the name of my channel. I am now Budget and Balance. On Instagram, it's Budget and Balance Liz. I'm still going to do budgeting, debt payoff, and eventually savings kind of content, sprinkling in a few other things about life. I really wanted to capture all of that, plus include I've started a yoga practice. Now, I was doing a weigh-in Wednesday for a good amount of time, and that has been a struggle. But my yoga practice is something I'm really quite enjoying, and perhaps I'll be sharing some of that with you guys. It's really just this quest to budget my money, budget my time, and find that balance that I keep looking for. And the more debt I pay off, the better all those other areas get. And so I wanted to capture all of that in the name. I felt like it was also time for a bit of a change. I've been LifeasLizReachs for quite some time. Just freshen it up a little bit, and I hope you guys like it. I hope you stick around. And if you're not new, hello and welcome to my channel. If those topics I talked about sound like something you're interested in, hit that subscribe button down below. Come along with me. I'm also giving away $250 when I hit 2,500 subscribers, so you're gonna want to be part of that. All right, let's get to today's paycheck because I need to get to my girls' trip. Here we go. I did fill in some of it already because yes, I'm going away. So I did fill in the budgeted column of what I was expecting when I did my monthly budget. Now that I've gotten paid, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so I budgeted $1,582 for my regular salaried paycheck. If you're new here, I'm a full-time teacher in a very large urban school district. I love my job so much, and I try to do a lot of side things. I have a side hustle, obviously, here on YouTube. I do reselling, but I also like to pick up some things at school that give me an extra stipend. Now, HR is no longer going to put the stipend pay in a separate paycheck. It's all going to be in one paycheck. I will be able to see on my pay stub my regular salary and the different stipends, but the deposit is just going to be one amount. So today it's $1,804.10. Nothing for stipend, as I just explained. Now with reselling, that is something that I can send myself money from my business account to myself. But right now I'm keeping that money to the side. I have some goals with my business that I just have some goals with my business, so I have not been paying myself. Okay, so nothing for reselling. Down here to fixed expenses, of course, $400 for mortgage and bills. Nothing for union dues. I explained that in the last video. Life insurance comes out on the 17th, which is Monday, and car insurance comes out on the 20th. So there's $497 in fixed expenses. That is what I budgeted. Okay, before we get to debt, I want to go over variable expenses. I'm going to baby shower at the end of the month, so you have seen this for travel, gift, and miscellaneous spending to go with that. And if you recall, I had transferred a few videos ago $300 into my savings, and then a video or two after that, I forgot why I did that, and it was to cover expenses like this baby shower, this benefit that is this weekend for our friend's brother who was diagnosed with cancer, an oil change for my car, which I'll probably have to do next week. Well, yeah, it'll probably be next week that I do that. And then, of course, Girls Weekend, which is where I'm headed out pretty soon. I'm so excited. So these are some things that I've been budgeting for and leaving them in my budget just to ensure that I have cash to cover these expenses. And what I did, you can see over here, I grouped them by category, and that's how I created my variable expenses. And that's how I created my variable expense budget. So for my car, $100, that's for the oil change. Diet Coke has nothing, but I'm going to give it $20. Dining out, I gave $50, and that is for going out this weekend. Entertainment, $100. Gas, about $150. You guys know my husband helps pay gas for my car. Groceries, we're going to need, my husband pays for most of it, so I'm just going to budget $100 here because he usually pays for that. If you're new here, my husband does make a little bit more money than I do, and he is debt free aside from our mortgage. So that's just the way things work for us. And I just want to stress to you that you do what works for you and your partner. For health, I'm just trying to think what could be coming up. Eventually, I do have to get a physical. I'm going to just leave that as is for right now. Home and garden, there is something I want to do for my front porch for privacy. But I'm going to see if I can get on the Facebook Marketplace first. And I also want to see how much money I have left over after girls' weekend and an oil change before I go spending in that area. So we're not going to do anything there. I am going to get to see my nibblings this weekend. I'm so excited, but I'm just going to do a pop-in visit, hang out with them, hang out with my sister-in-law for a little bit, and then continue on to the cottage. Self-care. I do want to go get a pedicure before I go away. I haven't been for a pedicure probably since last year. So I'm going to say maybe it's $40 with tip. I'm not sure. We'll find out later. Shopping, I have $25, and that's in case I need to do anything for the shower gift. Okay, then work. Nope, we're not spending any money on work in July. We will do back to school when it's time to go back to school. Miscellaneous is $125, and that is related to the shower, the benefit, and girls' weekend. But I am going to reduce it by $50 because the benefit is this weekend. I've already taken care of everything I need to. The baskets have been delivered. So that brings me to a total of $660 for variable expenses. Let me go back up here. Before we go down to the debt payoff, I still have a good amount of money here. Now, if I put my $500 towards my private student loan, that's going to leave me with $807. I'm budgeting about $660. So I would like to send, let me think here. Currently, my private student loan is $24,497.51. So I need to pay at least $125 because that will cover interest. So that is going to bring me to $625, and that should bring me under $24,000. Let me just go back here. This shower is actually after my next paycheck. So I think travel, well, that is for gas. I think my husband can pay for that gas. The gift is already taken care of, so it's $125 miscellaneous. I'll just leave that as is. So, yeah, let's reduce Diet Coke. What was the other? Travel. We're going to reduce gas by $75. And we're going to reduce shopping because that's where I had the gift. So I think I could do $750 here, and then that should be good. I wish I was sending that $750 towards savings and retirement, but it's important. I need to get this loan paid off ASAP. It is urgent. So we'll do $750 for that. I'm not sending anything to savings. Once again, is what it is. I had budgeted $1,682. Actual income was $1,804.10. So brought in more than what I was expecting. And that was just on my paycheck, not including anything that I might be able to pay myself for reselling. Fixed expenses, $497, pretty straightforward. I was hoping to do $500 towards debt. I'm actually able to do $750 towards debt. I'm very grateful for that. And I'm grateful for the opportunities that I have to make extra income. Savings is getting nothing right now. Variable expenses, I have $540 budgeted for that. So if I do spend $540, I'll have $17 left at the end of this paycheck. Have you started your back to school shopping yet? I just can't bring myself to even think about that yet, since we are not even halfway through July. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed down below. I'm giving away $250